be doing a flower pot. I got some decoupage. I got some milk paint. So first thing is I'm going to go ahead and get the milk paint started. It takes a few minutes for it to dry. So yesterday I put spray polyurethane on these to seal them because if I didn't, the milk paint would soak into them, and I wanted to stay on top. I don't want it to soak into the pot. So I put spray polyurethane on the pots just to give them a seal, just so I can paint on them and so it'll stay. And with the milk paint, I'm going to do a 1-to-1 ratio because I want a smooth finish on it this time instead of the normal chunky ones I do. And if you've tried milk paint before, thank you. That's not with me. Let me get this open. So today I'm going to use Wisteria. It's a purple. Haven't used it yet. So I'm going to do a 1-to-1 ratio. So just got a spoon. I'm just going to do 2 spoonfuls. To 2 waters.
Well, why use a scoop?
Well, Frank made me use a scoop because I don't get them actually, because you want to get equal amounts, and I don't usually use the spoons, and he fusses at me. And he wants a consistent mix.
In case you didn't mix enough.
In case you didn't mix enough, he says. Oh, you typed it in there, okay.
Trying to get the part started.
Okay, so look at that. You can see all the pigments mixing up. It's like a purpley, pinkish color. I don't want to keep it consistent because if I didn't pull enough out of the bag, I know it's a 1-to-1 ratio. But normally I just pour it in there and say, yeah, it's enough.
Was it a 1-to-1 or you do it?
No, I did a 1-to-1. I want this to be a soft one this time. Last time it was a 2-to-1. I don't want to wash. I want to cover. So,
Mr. Boyle, what's the problem here, man?
So using Fusion milk paint, and I'm using Wisteria today, and it's a purpley color. Actually, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to get the inside first. And I'm going to paint the inside because when we put dirt in it, I don't want it to. I want the purple to show down in there a little bit, just for decorations. So I'm just going to paint the inside. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm just going to go down in a pot a little bit, just to make it pretty.
Go lay down, mister.
You guys can see what I'm doing there.
Not really.
See, I am doing flower pots for Mother's Day, Liz. I'm going to do some decoupage on them. I'm going to milk paint them up first, and then I'm going to do decoupage. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. And I mixed a 1-to-1 ratio, 1 water to 1 scoop of milk paint. I wanted to give it a smoother finish than we've been having. I have been doing a 2-to-1 ratio because I wanted it thick, but tonight I'm doing a 1-to-1.
Look, your camera's too far down. You don't have much of a feel.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, but I can't move it with me. And then my camera is right there. It's kind of stuck.
This one?
Yeah. Kind of there. Unless you move it up with that. Frank is moving my camera for me. Thank you. Aha. Hark.
Is that better?
That is better. And I'm just going to paint about halfway down. Just cover it a little, just so when you feel the dirt in there, it's not completely terracotta
Curious
color.
why milk paint and not fusion paint?
I wanted to use milk paint because I want to try this color. The other pot I have, I'm going to show you guys. I did actually use casement fusion mineral paint on, and it's similar. I just wanted this color. I just wanted this color.
If there's nobody out there, come on, outside, come on. Let's go outside. Come on.
It's Liz, it's almost like the Divine Lavender. It's a little more lighter than that. I feel. I just like purple, and I haven't opened this one yet, and it was sitting here, and I wanted to open it. That's why. I just wanted to check this out. I did do fusion mineral paint on another one. It does the same. As long as you seal them, it'll do the same. The terracotta pot is porous, and it would just soak up in air in the pores. And I want it to be kind of like on top of the terracotta, not in the terracotta. So that's why I'm doing it like this. When I did the Liz asked to seal the clay pot before. Yeah, I sealed it last night to let it dry, but I sealed it just so the paint doesn't soak into the pores. I wanted it to sit on top of it. The terracotta pots are porous, so it would soak into it. So we use a lot more paint. So see what I did there? And I touched it, so. But I'm gonna flip it over and just paint around it. Also with the milk paint, it only takes 15-20 minutes to dry instead of the 2 hours with the regular paint. So I painted the other pot last night just so I can make sure that when I do the decoupage, it's dry. As you can see, this is already starting to dry. I touched it where it was wet right there, but it's already starting to dry.
What did you seal it with? Did you answer that question?
I sealed it last night with spray polyurethane. Today, after I finish painting, I'm going to seal it with Tough Coat from Fusion Mineral Paint. You can seal it with whatever stuff you have. If you have Gator Hide from Dixie Belle or whatever, you can use any of that. Anything from like Lowe's, that's a top coat. I mean, I just like Fusion.
They actually make a spray sealant for terracotta.
Frank's saying that they make a sealer for terracotta. If you get that at Lowe's or something, yeah. Lowe's or one of the big box stores, as he calls them. He likes the big blue box store. Just trying to get it covered. See a little bit right there. That doesn't have to be perfect. But I'm covered. I'm going to put decoupage on it.
I thought you put the ones without the rim on.
Nope. I wanted the rim. You wanted the ones without the rim. Why?
You get me some without rim? Or?
Well, then you can get you some without rim. These are the ones I wanted. I know they're your flowers, but this is what I wanted. I got hair right there. Blue. The blue hair. So I'm going to set it over to the side and let it dry. And then I'm going to actually work on a decoupage on the one that I did last night. If I can move my stuff up underneath it. Okay. So I got purple over my hands, which is the norm. So last night I did this one. After I polyurethaned it, I put Fusion Mineral Paint on. I put casement on it. So I didn't do it completely because I wanted to give it a different look. And I did it inside a little bit. But now I cut this. This is from a little bit leftovers from the Lazy Susan I did. So can you see it? Can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it. There we go. So what I'm going to do is just see how the edge I cut. I'm going to rough up the edges a little bit. So I'm just going to take the water and paint a little water on it so it pairs. I don't know if you guys can see. I like not rough. I don't like the uniform edge, so I will just paint water on it so it rips where I want it to rip. It's kind of it guides it. I like doing that. Kind of roughs the edges a little bit, if you guys can see that. Just makes it look like I didn't cut it. Like pinching it off. And again, it's just water. I'm just painting the water on, because if I was to try to rip this, I'd rip the butterfly in two, because that's how it works for me. I can't just do anything easy. It's just all or nothing. So the water actually helps me guide it a little bit. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I want it a little jagged. Some greens. I got some Bellawood. I got some. Don't correct my grammar. I'm hillbilly. Don't correct my grammar. Oh, you made me lose my train of thought. Park bench, pressed ferns a little bit, bluish.
Yeah, park bench and pressed fern are definitely green.
Yeah, and then
muted greens. There's some muted greens too. I can't think of they're off the top of my head.
I think Bellawood's definitely a muted one. It's kind of Bellawood is the answer to Sacred Sage that I loved, which is discontinued.
No, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing as Bellawood. Yeah, similar. Very, very, very close. I can't tell the difference. I use Bellawood instead of. Well, I have one more thing I'm working on. Sacred Sage. You also got Heirloom is a little bit of a bluish green, and you got Inglenook is a little bit of a green, light green. Kind of like a pastel, I guess. Giving me issues. Okay. The decoupage paper from Roycycles. I'm going to be putting some more online. We just got a shipment in, so I need to put some more up. But this butterfly, I don't remember the name of it. I'm sorry, off the top of my head. I'm going to put the butterfly on here. I'm going to decoupage it on. So I'm just going to grab some of my tough coat. And I'm just going to start putting some on here. Let me make sure I said it right. So I want it to come down, but I want it to go up a little tiny bit. So I'm just gonna try to smooth it out while I'm putting it on. Try not to get bubbles in it. Which bubbles in this, what I'm doing is I'm gonna put some brown on top to cover up. I want it to crinkle a little bit so I can put some brown on it to make it look antique-y. So that's what I'm gonna do here. And I'm just gonna smooth out what I can and not stress it too much. But I want to make sure I get enough product underneath it. If you don't get enough product underneath it, it leaves big gaps, and that's not good. Just going to smooth it out as I go, making sure that I got enough product under it.
Liz says she needs more decoupage practice.
Ah, I can help you there, Liz. I got decoupage papers. Like I said, I just got a beautiful set in the newest style from Roycycles. Decoupage, it can be challenging at first, but once you're doing it and you learn how to do it and what to expect from it, it's good. Because at first I was leaving bubbles everywhere, and it just something to smooth it out with is nice. Helps me. Do you use something to smooth it out with?
I overcoat it at the same time.
Oh, Frank overcoats it while he's doing it, but I overcoat at the end after I make sure there's no bubbles, because I got to pay attention to one thing at a time. We got a hot mess going on, so one thing at a time for me, and just trying to get it on correctly and making sure there's enough product underneath it for me.
She said she's already ever done the clean wrap method, and I've not had good results with that person.
I haven't either. That's a hot mess in itself for me. And so is ironing. I'm burning myself. I'm burning myself. And then,
well, you have to iron with the clean wrap. But explain what you're talking about ironing.
Oh, ironing. You put product underneath it, and when it dries a little bit, you turn the iron on cotton, and you iron on top of it. You put parchment paper on top of it, and then you would iron on top of that, and it gets the bubbles out. So if there's wrinkles in it that you've missed, iron is the way to get the bubbles out or to get it on smooth. We did it a few times, and if you've seen my Queen Bee tea cart, that's how we did that. And I think there might be a live or a video in our YouTube channel for that. So I'm trying to make sure I got enough product on the edges up here, because that little lip concerns me. Okay.
I thought you were doing that fairy one.
I'm going to do fairy on the other one.
Hey, don't give me no attitude.
I'm not giving you attitude. I haven't got that far. I had to wait for the other one to dry. Don't you make TikTok out of me.
I'll make you famous.
He's going to make me famous. Okay. You guys see how that is? I'm going to go ahead and put a top coat on, because I want it to go ahead and... Actually, I'm going to wait to put the top coat on. I want it to dry, and then I'm going to put a stencil on the back side. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to pull back out my purple pot. Thank you. So that one's going to dry. I'm going to pull this one out.
Is it dry enough now?
It is. It's dry.
The beauty of milk.
Yeah, it dries in 15 minutes. So I have this other paper, and this is what I'm going to do my chairs in, I think. Decoupage paper. But this is a new style that we've got. I guess in the fall we picked this one up. I think it's called Fairies, but I'm not quite sure. I will post it in the comments. But I'm just going to stick it on here, wrap it around. I love this one. I like fairies. So I took the edges like I did the other one, and took the water around the edges and pulled it so it doesn't look cut. As you can see, I've already done that. I got kind of bored waiting on time. So, and I'm just going to do like I did with the other one. So I'm just going to take it and put some product down and try to make sure it's smooth.
dogs know what to think.
They don't know what to do with what's in here.
They're confused.
They're confused that I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put some more product down. Just make sure that I'm getting under that lip, which that's where I'm concerned. I'm just gonna keep wrapping it around and making sure there's enough underneath it and making sure there's no bubbles. Our dogs are giving Frank a fit because he's sitting on the side over there and they don't know what to do. She's going to talk to us. She's going to talk to us all today. And he's already fed her. So it's normally what she does is she'll do that when she wants food. But he's already fed her. Don't let her lie to you. She's already ate.
That's what you want, right?
I know. Yeah.
You want that W-A-L-K.
No, right now we're doing a lie, so we can't do that.
W-A-L-K.
And pretty soon she's going to figure out what that says. She may already know what that says. Look at her. She's going through the door. Oh my goodness.
Hey, which one of y'all did that? Oh. Come on,
Oop, see a hair right there. Okay. Just going to keep trying to get this down without any bubbles or little bubbles.
Okay, don't get down here. Go. Yeah, well, get out. That's two, Mr.
Frank.
I'm gonna beat you.
If you guys would like to try this, let me know. Put a package together for you guys, and then all you have to do is go to Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere like that and get you a flower pot and try it if you would like to do a pot. And there's actually enough time. If you order it this weekend, I can get it out in the mail. You guys, if you hustle, you can get it done before Mother's Day. And there's a crinkle right there, so I'm going to pull that back up before it dries. And get that back down there. Giving me grief.
Yeah, it's gonna flat.
I think so.
Get that water.
I think so. My brush is shedding.
They make rollers. Some people use rollers.
I have a roller in here. I just don't like using it. I don't know how to use it yet.
And they want to explain that to people.
Oh. Frank said sometimes people use rollers to help them to get out the bubbles and get it on flat. I like using this or another spatula. Sometimes I'll use a piece of cloth if I can't find this.
You'll say she loves that one too.
Oh, thank you. This one's called Fairies. Okay. See what that? I'm going to set that to the side. And actually, I'm going to double check right here because it doesn't look like it's underneath there. It's just drying. It didn't look like it was down, but it is. Good to go. Just want to make sure. Okay, so I'm going to set this one to the side. And now I'm going to get out the stencils. And with the stencil, I got Magnolia Design stencils. And I hope it's going to work like I have. Sometimes it gets me grief, but the thing with Magnolia Designs, it's chalk paste, and it actually comes off. So if I mess up, I can clean it up, redo it, and then I can seal it once it dries. And after I seal it, it will be on there permanent. So I already did the, what do they call it? Put the piece on a towel and pick it up, kind of make it not sticky. I can't remember what they call it. They call it something special. Can't remember. But I'm going to put this on the back side. And what it says is, first, my mother, forever my friend. And I'm just going to try to line this up. I'll try to get it on there good. And I just want the words. I don't want the stuff around the edges. Just going to try to get it on there. And I'm going to try to get it on there without getting any bubbles in it, which is challenging for me. These are sticky, reusable. You can reuse these up to 10 times or so, but usually I tear them up before then because I'm not as careful, I don't think, with them. But I am going to try to get it down smooth and get the air pockets up underneath it so it works. So this is a stencil from Magnolia Design. And I have gold I'm going to put on here to do the stencil with. And I'm using Magnolia Design chalk paste. So, all right, that's on there smooth. You guys can see. I'm not going to put this stuff around it. I just want the words. Just want the words. And then I'm not very good at getting it down with the little spatula, so I'm actually going to use a brush because it works for me.
Did you use paint for this? I'm asking you.
You can use paint for this. You just got to clean up the things quicker than you do with the chalk paste, and it dries quick. And if it dries on here, it may ruin it. I use scrubby soap to clean it off with. You can. I have used paint with them. I am just going to put it on here, and I'm just gonna paint it on here, trying to cover it. Just want a little bit more to this, but not too much. So that's why I'm not going to do the outside of it, all the ring around it. I just want a little bit of something. And what I'm doing is with the brush, I want to get enough on the brush, but not too much, so I'm dabbing it off because the little spatulas they have, you just scrape it off, but I'm just not good with the spatula. So I'm just trying not to make sure I don't have too much, but enough, which for me, it's challenging trying to talk and paint at the same time. So, see how I'm filling it all in and making sure. Oop, see, I got too much. Just going to wipe it off. If you don't have it down tight, or if you put too much on it, it can bleed. And that's the problem I sometimes have. So you want to make sure it's down good and make sure you're not putting too much of the product on there.
Melissa, she used the brush too.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, I can't use that spatula. I use the spatula to put down with, and then I can't do the like the other ladies. They put it on and they wipe it off. I just can't. It's too much. My brain don't work like that. You guys can probably hear the artillery in the back. We live next to a Marine Corps base. It's what?
Mark 19.
Mark 19.
Automatic grenade launchers.
Oh, a grenade launchers. Cool. We live near a offload. She's yes, I make a mess with that. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the bases, they have their training. We can hear it from here. Make sure that I got enough on there because it's a light color. Alrighty, let's see what we got. If we mess it up, the good thing with the chalk paste, you can wipe it off. The paint, if it dries, it's a little harder, but you can still get it off. But the paste is definitely easier to get off than the paint.
Go good left to right. They try to be easier to go with the contour of the flower pot.
Oh, this is gonna be pretty.
Work easier.
Mm-mm.
It is. It looks like it is. You're not fighting it.
Yeah, I'm still fighting it.
You just don't want to nip it out. Right?
Again, look how pretty. Oh. Can you guys see? It's reflecting. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see if I can get the light.
You have way too much light. You gotta bleed out.
Yep, that did. Do you guys see what it looks like? Frank, turn off on my light. Okay. All right, so with this, I want to finish this one. Actually, the other one's what I want to do that with. Just the white one. Yeah.
Very pretty, even with the reflection, she said.
Oh, thank you. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to, this is called mist. And what I want to do is just add a little bit to the rim, like right here, just a little bit. So the mist is, I want to do a sponge on it, and I'm just going to dab it on. And I'm looking for something. Okay, so I have this here, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of this paint in here. I'm going to mix it up. I saved my old yogurt containers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a sponge and just sponge some glue around the edge of this one with the butterfly. I want to give it a little texture just around the rim. So guys, just a little light. It's not very dark. It's very, very light. So it's just a little bit of contrast with the white. Maybe you guys can see what I'm doing. It may be too light for you to see. I think this one would be good. Oh, wait, hold y'all off.
No, I can't do that about the top one.
That one. Try that one. It's the top one. Okay, it's all good.
Well, that's even better. Especially on that white paint.
Yeah, the white paint, and it's a little shiny, so I'm just trying to add a little bit texture to it. And it's not bright. I mean, it's very light. It's called Mist. And I may get another color later and just go on top of that just to add a little more depth because it's so light.
Liz says it helps add depth.
It does, yes. I like the sponge paint too. Okay. See my little butterfly? And then I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to grab the other one back. And I'm going to turn it around, and I have another stencil for another side. If I don't get it all in the other paint. And this one says, Mother's love is the heart of the family. Again, I already did the fuzzing up on this. I took it off the backing and put it on a towel so it's not so sticky that it pulls the paint off. So I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to fit. Let's see.
I'm telling you right now, you already go to bed, don't you do that?
What do you think, Liz? What part of this I need to put on here because I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing. Any suggestions? What do you think, Frank?
That's going to be way too big and almost any way you try to do it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this one here is going to be
I'll tell you what you can do.
I was just going to put mother, but I can't get it in the middle.
Don't do that. You put love up. Well, no, it won't work. Put your family right there. And you can put love like that. Or you can move it up to love. Put love right at the very tippy top.
Okay, just roll it around.
I'm just trying to show you.
Okay, I got you.
Love. Yes, my help.
Hey, I'm not.
I'll go out and mix all this.
Put love on the tippy top and then the rest of it down.
Yeah.
Perfect, guys. Give me grief. All right, I think I'm going to put this down here. Then I'll scooch it up to put love. I think that's what I'm going to do. going to smooth it out. Get the bubbles out of it. And I'm just going to, I think I got it on there good. If not, I'll redo it. So, hey, still. Tonight we're doing flower pots with decoupage and milk paint. And I'm making a mess. I don't think I got this one not so sticky because it might be lifting my paint as I'm looking at it. But it's okay because it can be, you know, rustic. You can have that little rustic look. And see, I got a bubble right there, so I'm thinking that's probably going to come up. So, my bad. I can see you. I've been watching, but for some reason you couldn't see me. I can see you. I have Facebook and I have what is it called? StreamYard up. I'm not sure if that's the right way to do it or not. I'm trying to figure out this stuff. I'm still new at all this. I may have did it wrong. I wanted to notify people that I'm going live, but I don't think StreamYard does that. I don't even know how to work all this. I keep asking. One of these days I'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know when I do. But I want to go live to Facebook with StreamYard. I just don't know how to do it. So forgive me. So we're going to see if this worked. If it doesn't work, then we'll see. Actually, Frank said go the other way. See?
No, you're doing it right. Just either direction. Just don't go from top to bottom.
I think I didn't make it. I didn't stick it enough because it looks like it's coming up a little bit. Like I said, it's okay though. See?
Paint's coming up.
Yeah, paint's coming up. I don't think it dried good. That's okay. It could be rustic. Flower pot.
Sponge on top of it.
I can. And actually, instead of love, I'm just going to put mother on the top from the other stencil. So this mother is too big.
Or this mother too big.
Well, I can use this mother, just don't use. Just don't use these. And I'm not going to use the. Let me see if it's lined up. I think it is. Just gonna try. I'm gonna try this, guys. Don't know if it's gonna work. Because it might be a hot mess. You know what I mean? So it's going to say mother, and then say love of the heart, and of the family. So I'm not going to put a mother's love. So, it's stuck. Okay. I got you. I'm trying. You guys can see. Making a mess is what I'm doing. I don't know about the wrong places still. I just think I'm not doing it right. So it's not showing up right. So I have to get with those folks to figure out how to work this. Oh, okay. So it says mother, and I got a little thing right there, so I have to wipe that off. But just gonna pull that up and see. So there you go. Mother. Heart is the heart of the family. It worked. And so it did pick up a little bit of the paint. I'm just gonna take the sponge and sponge over that a little bit to cover that up, just because I don't think I got the stencil. It's called fluffing it or something to that effect. It's still too sticky. The other product was Fusion Mineral Paint, and I did it last night. I'm not sure exactly, but that's my products for today. You got mother, which I have gold all over my stuff. Look, I got it on the towel. I got it on the towel, so I got the purple or the, maybe I'll just do on this one too. Shoot, think of anything. So this is the mist that I put on the other one. I'm just gonna, it might even show up better on this one. Having issues with the pot. Okay, so I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna get some more blue. Or mist is what color it is. Just because. I'm very creative. No, I just know how to I'm winging it. It just looks like I am. When we first moved to Jackson, when we first got married, this sponge I've had forever. My bathroom the bathroom was just plain white, and Frank went on deployment, and I sponged the bathroom border with purple and green. I got bored when he was gone. That's what I just thought about. Got real bored. So I fixed the bathroom, and it was a very small bathroom over at Deerfield. You guys can see that a little better. A little bit in there, just feel it in a little bit, not much. I don't want to cover it. Just want to. I do a good job at winging it. Yeah, it's the story of my life. At least I'm planning them now. Usually I don't plan them until an hour before I start, but I have been planning them, so that's a plus. So I'm gonna let.
Whatever you're seeing, I'm not seeing those.
Oh, I'm on StreamYard. I just got to figure out how this works, guys. So going back to the first one, I am going to seal it now. So I'm going to move all my stuff so I don't get it all colorful. And pull out this is dry. So I'm going to seal it completely. And this is just, you can see it, just clear coat, not gloss, just matte. I'm just going to paint it on, nothing big. Just going to paint it just so it seals it. I think it turned out nice. Just give it a good coat. When our kids were little, used to do Girl Scout crafts and Boy Scout crafts and church groups crafts. So I know the basics of stuff, but sometimes it doesn't go as planned or what you think. And it's like, and instead of getting upset about it, I just try to figure out how to make it work. The dog is snoring, so if you hear her snoring, it's not Frank, it's the dog.
Yeah, that's her.
It's her. Yep, it's her.
They're both right here on top of the chairs.
I know. So I'm going to go ahead and seal this because it looks great. And I don't want to clean it off. It looks fine. And once I seal it, it's permanent. I could have cleaned it off with a wet one or with a wet towel earlier, but once it's sealed, it's sealed. It's done. You have to sand it off. Okay, guys, and I'm going to seal the other one. We've been on for almost an hour now, so I don't think you want to see me seal the other one, just paint on top of it. But that's the finished product. You got this one, and then you got this one. Pull that back. Got the fairies, and I'm absolutely loving the fairies. And then I'm going to fix that up a little bit. And then Mother is the heart of the family. All right, guys, you have any questions, just put them in the comments. If you would like to try it, let me know and send you some products. And you guys can go to Lowe's and get you a pot and decoupage. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.